Hello, dear ones. I've been thinking back over the course of my career and over my life, and a number of very particular moments have risen in my memory. One of them was our involvement in a marvelous set of meditation opportunities called Living by Heart, which was a program developed by Laurel Hallman and reflecting her relationship in spiritual direction with one of our great ministers, Harry Schofield. Living by Heart involves what most people would think of as memorization, but they very specifically talk about taking the text into your heart, holding it close the way you would something you love dearly. And so there are poems that I have learned by heart. There are many more little pieces of poems that I've learned by heart, and many of them have become like mantra to me. Phrases I use to call me back to center, to call me back to what it is I want to remember. One of those lines of poetry, really, is from Ash Wednesday, T.S. Eliot's, one of T.S. Eliot's quartets, and the line is, "Teach us to care and not to care. Teach us to keep still." As we prepare to depart, in these last couple of months in which we are actively engaged in ministry with you, that line has occurred to me over and over again. I personalize it. I say, teach me to care and not to care. Teach me to keep still. The people I work with regularly will let you know, will tell you that I can be overly involved. And I'm not talking about my own work, I'm talking about theirs. I have been a hovering presence in the lives of many of our staff members, and God knows I have been a hovering presence in Jan's life. This is inherent in sharing work that we both care deeply about, but it's a problem because we do things differently. We have different skills, we have different approaches, and I was raised to be critical in order, theoretically, to get better at doing the work. I've taken great pride in being able to keep an unusually large number of balls in the air at the same time. And I fear at times I've undermined others as well as spread myself too thinly simply by caring too much. And that caring too much has a positive side in the ways in which I think I've been an effective member of the team here at Unity and before. But it also has a very negative side, which is that I become overly ego-involved in the outcomes of our work together. The line between my inner life and the life of the church is woefully thin. And looking back, I don't really know whether I might have set aside some of my concerns, which easily border on the neurotic, to the benefit of the church, or whether caring as much as I do has been ultimately to the church's advantage. I know that it is a strain at the center of things for me, and I don't think it's just about me. Teach us to care and not to care. Teach us to keep still. It may be that the phrase in terms of practice is reversed, and that the beginning needs to be, teach me to keep still. Teach me to take a breath. Teach me to allow that moment of discernment before I react. before I ask that question, which can be interpreted as second-guessing other people's work. As we approach the last days of our ministry here, I am finally learning to keep still and to look out and to not critique, but to simply appreciate the larger life of this congregation, the way the staff can move like a corps de ballet when they're called to do important work, the way I see you as a congregation engaged in the detailed compassion of being together as a community. When I can still my heart, when I can care about what needs my care, and acknowledge that others care about those things that need their care, I live a much more balanced and much healthier life. Would have probably been good to start this maybe 40 years ago, and maybe I did, and maybe the timing is as good as it could possibly be as we begin to say goodbye. I love you, bless you, thank you.